this is your first time back since Kyler Murray. How does it feel to get the win?
Unbelievable, because you get to go to work in August, and you know that goal's there, but we really focused on what it took to get here. And then the opportunity when you get here, just keep doing the same things that you do weekly and stay focused. A lot went into it as far as our players, our community, an unselfish group of young men, and just team football.
Coach, what did you tell your guys at halftime to keep them in it, motivated?
We talk a whole lot about doing your job all year. I mean, we talk about it daily. Do your job. At the same time, you've got to be focused. And we talk about staying focused. When the play's over, we talk about flush it. So we have different key terms for different things. One of the things that we talked about too before we left Allen, there's going to be adversity, and you're going to have to go through it. And for you to win it, there will be adversity today, and we just got to go through it. And then once you get through it, you'll be fine. So again, flush it, move to the next play.
I mean, it means the world, man. Especially us three as seniors, you know, we, including the rest of the team, we talked about how we want to do it for the city. You know, these past 2 years we've came up short, and we preached all year we're going to do it for the city, we're going to do it for the city, and we was happy we were able to come out and do it for them.
Javon, talk about being on an island. You took the best receiver pretty much every play going from side to side. Talk about a corner's mindset and taking that into the game.
I just had to stay disciplined the whole way. I know I had my bro over the top a lot of the time, so just being disciplined and not letting someone else's game affect my game.
And Brock, a lot of great running backs that come through this city. How does it feel to be the record holder for rushing yards in a season?
I mean, honestly, that was a personal goal of mine, but ultimate team goal was to win state. And I'm happy we did that, and I'm just happy we were able to get this gold medal around our neck.
How tired are you, bro? 32 carries, 176 yards. You know, you workmanlike effort today.
I mean, right now, adrenaline's pumping, so I'm not too tired. I'm real shaky, real antsy, but you know, I preach being the workhorse.
Not too bad for a second-team All-State running back, huh?
Coach, you had a moment when you took your headset off and you motioned to your button. What does this win mean for Gary?
I mean, you know, his family endured a lot, so we just wanted to honor him. When it took place during the season, our team bonded together because of who he was and what he was about. You're talking about a young man that never talked about cancer. Every day, he just came to work, and he was there for our team.
Hey, Taj, what did you see on that interception at the end of the game, and how big was that for y'all's defense?
I mean, it was just another play, but I knew they were going to try to go downfield and get a quick touchdown because time was ticking down, but I knew it was coming, so.
Dio, what does it mean for you to be able to be a go-to target as a junior and still be here next year to enjoy all this?
It means a lot, honestly. It means a lot. It means my team trusts me. You know, I trust them. I try to take advantage of my opportunities.
Hey, just piggybacking on that, Dio, do you feel like you'll have any more pressure, more than you've had in the past next year?
Without number 5, maybe. Maybe just a little bit, but, you know, just like Coach Gamble said, it's adversity. We'll get through it.
Coach, you mentioned that you told the players there's going to be adversity. On the contrast of that, when you guys got up 21-0, I mean, was there anything you were telling them that, hey, we can't take our foot off the gas pedal, that you knew they were going to come back that way?
We didn't talk about it because a game like this we have talked about. There's flows, there's momentum, and we've talked about when momentum takes place, if it's negative and it's adversity, and then you got to go through it. If it's positive, don't get too high and just stay together as a team. It's one of the things I think that's helped us all year, staying together as a team no matter what we face daily. You've got to give our coaches an unbelievable job when all of that took place. You jump out on a lead like that. We've got great coordinators, Derek Alford, our offensive coordinator, Corey Kane, our defensive coordinator, and then our coaches that come up with a great game plan and not getting rattled and just hanging in there. I mean, when you know, when you play a team like Lake Travis, it's going to be the whole 4 quarters. And that's what you've got to withstand. Great program. Hank Carter and Lake Travis Cavaliers, unbelievable run that they've had and the job that they do. We knew when we came in what it was going to be like. So I look at that, we didn't flinch. And we hung in there, and it's all because you've got to have a team, offense, defense, and kicking game.
Coach, you guys didn't throw any
Point play, Coach.
Sir?
Stopping the 2-point play, I thought was huge.
That's another one of those one-play momentum shifts. You're up by 2. And at the time, we moved forward to that play, get the call, now go make the play. And that was probably, you know, when you look back, there's probably 5 or 6 plays in the ball game that are big plays. They don't really determine the game, but they're big plays. And that was a big play.
Had you scouted out that play before?
We did a whole lot of homework, and you know, they like to do a lot of different sets, and they like to try to hide players. They do a great job of it, and when it gets time for it, we knew that when they got down in the red zone, there could be some trickery, and we had seen some of that. But again, they do a great job. Now it's up to us making the stops and creating great plays.
Coach, you guys have some.
And your mindset coming in today, knowing you had to carry the load?
My mindset was, honestly, I knew I had the best offensive line in the state. I knew my coach was going to put together a great game plan. I just told myself, follow those big boys, and they'll lead me to the promised land.
Coach, how much did your game plan change the last few weeks without Schlecker as a receiver?
Carson's been a big part of our team. It's very hard because there's a lot of things, distractions out there, and they did not let the distraction interfere with this football team.
Coach, that whole game was just a grind, you know. The last drive kind of summarized it perfectly. 6 minutes left, y'all get the ball, and you don't give it back. I mean, walk us through that drive and kind of what was going through your mind as it went through. Did you just, is that what you wanted to do? Did you did you go into that drive?
Mike Carter, our offensive line coach, is upstairs in the box. So we've got a great set of eyes with Coach Alford and then Coach Gill, our other offensive line. It starts up front. They get a feel for what we can do well from a running standpoint. So those guys take over. The kids communicate. I mean, Theo will come to the sideline and tell us, you know, pass routes, Brock and those guys, Grant. I mean, it's a team game. I mean, a coach is not going to call a perfect play. The perfect plays are the ones that work. We get it. And but at the same time, these kids and the coaches and everybody working together, it was a true team win. True team win. The turnovers, doing the things that it takes for a team to be successful. So it's a team game.
With that said, you talk about Brock's performance today and just how much of a warrior he was carrying the ball 32 times.
Just like he said, it starts up front. But I'll tell you this much. What we do in the offseason prepares you. He squats over 500 pounds. There's not many running backs in the state of Texas. And the thing that Brock does special too, though, is it starts in the classroom. He's a highly successful person in the classroom. He's very respectful to his teachers and his peers. Great things happen to people that do it the right way. And Brock Sturgis, just like all these guys up here, if you'll do it the right way, everything else is going to take care of itself, I promise you. But we got a lot of people out in the world that want to keep trying to get this me, and all of this, and we visit about it. But if you'll do it the right way and tell people, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, good things are going to happen to you. And I couldn't be more proud of a group of young men and the way that they've handled things, because it's all about just doing the little things and doing it the right way. And then you've got a chance. But if you don't do things the right way, you do not have a chance to be successful.